Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Are you ready? Ready to spend the next 5 to 6 hours talking about Prince songs, many of which you've probably never heard yourself? Because here we go. It is the Prince Top 150 Songs Countdown here on Taste Like Music. I'm Joe. I'm your host. I'm solo. Just me and you talking Prince songs. We're probably at the end of Prince Week here on the channel, but a top 10 is not enough time. That's not enough songs. That's not enough Prince. Legally, the bylaws of the channel state that we can only talk top 10 on the official top 10 songs videos, but that's not enough. So I've expanded the list. We're going not 100, we're going 150 because that is just what it takes. Like I intimated in the video, I think Prince is the best songs artist of all time. This top 150, this isn't even the songs, all of them that I love. There's more. But I had to cut it down. I had to snip, I had to trim, and still there's many more Prince songs that I like, but we'll just do a top 150. Make it easy, make it casual here. Prince, I mean, what can you say? He went through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, all while retaining his artistry, trying dozens of styles, writing hundreds songs, 40 albums. People may have been a little disappointed that I only got to three five-star albums, but that doesn't mean anything. Prince, he didn't like to be edited, so he put it all out there. Some good, some bad, some great, some all-timers. His ability to blend styles, to create styles, to write in the pop, the rock, the R&B, the funk, even the rap milieux, unbelievably impressive. And that is why we're here today doing a top 150 countdown. I got some from almost every album. I got B-sides, I got singles, I got cuts that didn't even come out until expanded editions of albums. So let's jump into it. 150 to 101. I'll go quick, make it painless for you. 150, guitar. I love you, but not like I love my guitar from Planet Earth. West, his instrumental, some scintillating guitar work, and that's it. We're done with the jazz stuff. That's it. Glad we got that out of the way. 148. Something in the Water Does Not Compute. Worth it for the robotic synth parts alone. We got a B-side, Pop Life B-side, Hello, written in response to critics who lambasted Prince for not being part of the We Are the World project. Whatever. Prince was above that. Too good. 146, Shake. It's actually the time on this one, Morris Day from Graffiti Bridge. 145, 3121. Prince goes for Modern Sound from the album of the same name. Succeeds. Got some weird voices, some squeaky guitars. It's cool. 144, One Kiss at a Time. Strong, modern sounding for the 90s R&B from Emancipation. First of many tracks from Emancipation will show up here. We got Baltimore, great protest song from Hit and Run Part 2. 142, Jam of the Year from Emancipation, just a fun modern R&B pop track. 141, Judas Smile, love the robotic synth line there. 140, I Wish You Heaven, good pop song, first from Love Sexy. 139, one that people didn't seem to dig too much, but I think is underrated. I got Annie Christian, maybe his first really, truly weird track from the album Controversy. It is odd, but I do love the guitar in the background. Mix could be a little bit better, but that's the only negative thing I'll say about Prince this entire video. 138, P Control, great storytelling. It's a really fun track and shows off a side of Prince that many people probably hadn't heard before. Maybe they didn't realize that, hey, Prince can do the rap. He can rap. He's cool. He's hip. 136, If It'll Make You Happy, from the 1999 outtakes, the expanded edition. You've never heard it. It's fine. It's a cool song. You should check it out. 135, She Gave Her Angels from Crystal Ball. 134, Sex Shooter, originally written for Apollonia 6, but Prince's version is better. Like many of the originals, many of the songs that other artists either covered or he gave to, Prince just does it better. in most cases. 133, The Holy River from Emancipation. 132, Electric Intercourse from Purple Rain Expanded. 131, Compassion, the one track I got on here. From 2010, one of the few times he goes back to that retro 80s sound, even though the album came out in 2010. 129, Can't Stop This Feeling I Got. A little rockabilly, a little funky, a little bit of blues. It's fun track from Graffiti Bridge. 128, I got a cover on here, La La, Means I Love You. Anyone smart enough to cover the Delphonics in 1996 deserves just all the praise he can get. 127, Thunder. Yeah, it's New Jack, and it is heavily New Jack swing. Diamonds and Pearls cut, but it's got a cool a cappella intro, great start to the album, nice guitar heroics in there as well. 126, Dreamer. Prince rips through some blistering leads while singing about civil rights and Martin Luther King Jr. Only song from Lotus Flower. 125, Let It Go. Slinky R&B number from Come. 124, Black Sweat. I almost think this would be a Dr. Dre cut with that whistling synth intro. Very West Coast. 123, you got the James Brown funk of Calhoun Square from Crystal Ball. 122, Sexuality. 121, International Lover from 1999. 120, Shy from Gold Experience. 119, Nothing Compares to You. Maybe the only, well, one of two, I'll say, tracks that Prince's original just does not compare. Nothing compares. The Sinead O'Connor version. But this is a very nice take on the song he wrote. 118, Christopher Tracy's Parade, psychedelic number, very much in the Around the World in a Day style. First from Parade. 117, I got Fury, killer late period guitar focus cut from 3121 or 3121 or whatever it is, 3121. Great guitar tone on that. 116, Around the World in a Day. And this is the first track of the new Prince, the psychedelic Prince from Around the World in a Day. 115, Soft and Wet, sly disco number from his debut, For You. Kind of, you get that implication here. You know, he doesn't come out and say it, but the implication. 114, another cover, Bet You by Golly. Wow, wow, wow. His label discouraged cover songs, and it wasn't until he broke free with Emancipation that he started throwing the cover songs on his albums. 113, the loungy, soft, nice and pretty Damn You from Love Symbol. 112, Jack You Off. Prince doing that horny thing, that wonky bass, the way too happy synthesizers, the great I'll Jack You Off lead part from Lisa Coleman there. 111, New Power Generation / Bold Generation. It was originally Bold Generation. Cut was just Prince and Morris Day on drums, recorded in the original sessions for What Time Is It? By the time. It's on the 1999 Deluxe Expanded Edition. Then re-recorded as New Power Generation for Graffiti Bridge. Either one will work. 110, Love Sexy. 109, Planet Earth, a little hokey, all global warming stuff, whatever, green, environmentalism. But it rocks. It really rocks. Some great guitar work. 108, The Future, uneasy lead-off track from Batman soundtrack. Love that retro futuristic synth line. 107, Girls and Boys, just funky, cool 80s pop, great horns, playful vocals. Lots of Wendy and Lisa. Always love Wendy and Lisa. 106, You're Gonna See Me. Cool track from MPL Sound, Minneapolis Sound, whatever it is called. 105, Endorphin Machine, Sonic Blast from Gold Experience. 104, Love and Sex, tonsil annihilating bonus track from Purple Rain. It was originally on the album. It was replaced the last minute or so by The Beautiful Ones. 103, got the B-side to Party Man, Feel You Up. Originally written in 1981, recorded for the Shelf Camille album in 86, but it wouldn't see the light of day until Batman era, B-side to his single Party Man. 102, Three Chains of Gold, very out of place on Love Symbol. It's very theatrical in a way that Prince never had really done before, doesn't really do again. Big stops and flourishes, cool guitar solo. I didn't love Symbol, but that is a great track. 101, Do Me Baby, smooth and seductive. One of Prince's early forays into just pure smut, the way he luxuriates in that dirty talk part for seemingly forever, really takes it to another level. And that's okay, that's 150 to 101. Now we're jumping in the top 100, feet first. When I Lay My Hands on You from Chocolate Invasion, second track from that album. Really killer Latin flavored guitar solo at the end. Cool guitar throughout, great vocals, just, the usual from Prince. 99 from The Vault, Old Friends for Sale. Got a classic 60s sounding piece, Extraordinary. Just lightly jazzy, lightly funky, but fully beautiful. 98, If I Was Your Girlfriend. I think a lot of people probably have this one up higher. And I love it, but it is just very odd. Part of the Abandoned Camille project. Really unique groove to it. The lyrics really blur gender and sex. Um, and yeah, the pitch shifted vocals combined with those low masculine backing vocals, really a unique track in the entire world, not just Prince's catalog, just ever. 97, Willing and Able, bluesy stripped down. Rumor has it was part of a jettisoned album that he was going to do with Bonnie Raitt. It's got that sound. It's got that Bonnie Raitt sound to it. 96, Power Fantastic, unreleased Sign of the Times cut, originally created by Lisa and Wendy, and Prince ran with it. Just nice jazzy pop. 95, we got Pink Cashmere, early 90s sounding, but Prince did not sound out of the time because it came out in the early 90s. Great outro, strings, and the sizzling guitar. Interplay reached number 50 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 93. It was a single from The Hits 2. 94, Sometimes It Snows in April. Another one I saw way up high on a bunch of lists. I like it. I think it's very good, emotional closing number to Parade. Maybe a little slow to develop, a little self-indulgent, but that is Prince. He's extremely self-indulgent. Number 93, Joy in Repetition. One of the highlights of Graffiti Bridge. Great guitar tone, epic soloing, interesting lyrics, good storytelling. 92, Money Don't Matter Tonight. Understated. You got those religious overtones that start to creep in. Late 80s. This is Diamonds and Pearls, but some real yacht rock leaning music parts that I like. I love the yacht. I love that yacht rock. 91, one of Jason's top 10. I got Delirious, part of 1999's killer opening salvo of fun and sexy pop jams. 90, Ballad of Dorothy Parker. It works great on the album. It is just one of those weird ass Prince songs, the lyric or dialogue, whatever it is, super out there. The conversation between Prince and his paramour, the whole taking a bath with my jeans on. Hey man, whatever you want to do, it's Prince. 89, I got a duet. Sheena Easton pops in for The Arms of Orion from the Batman soundtrack. 88, Into the Light from Chaos and Disorder. Not the biggest fan of Chaos and Disorder, but this just has a really catchy chorus, great female backing vocals, cool outro sax solo. 87, we got Moonbeam Levels. Great hooks on this one. Really could have used this on 1999. This was a track that Prince kept wanting to use, but never quite got around to putting it on an album. Finally came to us on the album Forever, and it was the first Prince track to be released posthumously after he died. 86, In This Bed, I Scream. Just a great pop track, very 90s feel to it again. It's Emancipation, it's smack dab in the 90s. So yeah, it sounds like the 90s. Prince was a chameleon and a trendsetter. But this track, Emancipation, there's 8,000 tracks on it. It's 12 hours long, I think. And this has a great pop feel, lovely falsetto vocals. 85, Solo, incredible showcase for Prince's voice. Love how sparse it is. Track from Come, 1994. Number 84, We Can Funk. George Clinton stops by. This bad boy's got a lot of dog in it. Atomic Dog. 83, we got Black Muse. Wonderful, warm, 70s sounding funk. Maybe his most warm Stevie Wonder sounding track from his final album, Hit and Run Part 2. Fact that Prince could maintain this level of quality so late in his career. Extremely impressive. 82, Free from 1999. You don't hear about Free much. It's kind of in the middle of all these sex and dance jams on the second half of 1999. But this is a great one. Just really catchy, good lyrics, all about freedom. 81, Playing the Sunshine from Sign of the Times. Peppy, upbeat, fun funker, great guitar work, great group, big party song. Just everybody's cool. And then it kind of shifts into that downcast coda, which is an interesting little addition to it. Kind of portends the more serious stuff to come. Number 80, One Night Alone. Love the piano playing. Prince's singing is fantastic. This really feels like a Joni Mitchell homage. The most Joni Mitchell thing he ever wrote, and he was a big fan. Love Joni Mitchell. 79, Interactive. This is what Lenny Kravitz would sound like if he was good. Number 78, How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore? Just effortless, Prince vamping jazzily at the piano. Beautiful pop. Originally appeared on the hits slash the B-sides. Number 77, The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. Shimmering synth riffs, delightfully positive, upbeat Prince vocal. Nothing dirty about this one, just cute and sentimental. Went all the way to number 2 on the charts, super high. One of those tracks that charted so high and you never really hear it. I've never heard it on the radio, so it's kind of a forgotten cut. They only play the 80s stuff, which is a shame because he did some great work in the 90s. Number 76, A Case of You, Joni Mitchell. Nice low-key cover of her classic. The falsetto is so sweet on this one. Prince sounds so good. 75, Dark, a jazzy slow jam from the underrated Come. Love the organ on it. Super smooth, super sexy. Number 74, his last number one ever on the Billboard Hot 100. It is Cream, and it is a great raunchy blues number. 73, Starfish and Coffee. Love the childlike whimsy on it. Just part of the kaleidoscope of songs and genres and styles on Sign of the Times. Little touches like that harp and that swooping drum really make it stand out. Number 72, I'm going to go with Wonderful Ass. And yeah, it's a little subtle, maybe too subtle for most people, but is about a woman or man, who really knows, with a wonderful ass. Begins as funk, gets a little chic, and ends with the best jazzy Steely Dan imitation in his catalog. That is another one from the Purple Rain Expanded Edition. You gotta check out the Purple Rain Expanded Edition. There's about 10 songs on there. If it was its own album, it'd be a 4.5-star album. It's loaded. Number 70 got 1,000 miles per hour. Originally written and released by Maserati. This one comes to us from Originals, the album he did of songs that he wrote for other people. 69, Head. Hilarious. Seriously, this is Prince at his sleazy best, stealing a bride on her way to be wed. All the talk of Head. That cute, impish synth pop backing track. That is what Dirty Mind is all about. 68, we got Good Love, which originally appeared on the Bright Lights Big City soundtrack. He's doing the Camille voice, very bouncy, very 80s sounding. This track, you listen to the big 80s revival in the 2010s. It sounds like a Carly Rae Jepsen song almost. It's super bizarre that it's Prince, but it's great. He nails it. 67, I'm Yours. The first track where you realize, Prince is a guitar god. This is heavy metal disco, about as successful as you can get bridging those two different worlds. Bass playing's absolutely sick. And actually, it kind of reminds me of Kiss, the band. 66, Strays of the World. Gospel meets, I don't even know, Todd Rundgren, maybe. Really interesting. Got these cool synth breaks in it, these great vocal harmony parts. From Crystal Ball, you got to listen to 3 hours to hear it, and you got to listen to Chlorine Bacon Skin, but it's worth it. 65, Call My Name from Musicology. Prince, he gets rid of the jazz stuff. He goes back to just making a commercial pop rock album, funk album, R&B, modern, 2004 from Musicology. And it kicks ass. It sounds so good. Perfect arrangement, sparse and funky. It's just great. 64, Temptation. Maybe Prince's most unhinged vocal performance. Starts out as a heavy guitar stomper, ends with an avant-garde jazz section, features Prince talking with God and realizing or being told that love is more important than sex. I don't know if Prince believed that yet. He would eventually when he became a Jehovah's Witness, no doubt. But you get the hints that the religious overtones start to come in here on Around the World in a Day. 63, Gotta Stop Messing About. Originally a single from the Dirty Mind era, didn't chart on the Billboard Hot 100, but it's a great song. It's super new wavy. Kind of sounds like The Cars performed by Alvin and the Chipmunks, which is awesome. It doesn't sound awesome, but it's awesome. 62, Paisley Park. Nice swirling psychedelic number, flutes, spacey guitars, great group vocals. This is the big change up after Purple Rain. Number 61, Question of You. Graffiti Bridge really grew on me as an album, and it's because of songs like this. Haunting, sparse, mysterious little number, aristocratic feel to it. He rips off some great leads and solos and stuff, and he's got that big saturated buzzy tone on his guitar. It sounds amazing. Number 60, In Love from For You. Love those squirmy disco synths. 59, last track from Musicology. I got Cinnamon Girl. Prince can still write a killer hook, even in the 2000s. Maybe his best chorus of the 21st century. 58, Slow Love from Sign of the Times. Smooth, unhurried, soul, a little smoky, a little quiet storm in there for sure. Nice horn section. Number 57, Do Yourself a Favor and listen to my number 57, Do Yourself a Favor. Originally written by the band 94 East, never released. Prince was, I think, a session musician playing guitar on it. Jesse Johnson, who played with Prince a bunch, part of the Minneapolis Sound stuff, released a version on his album, Shockadelica. This song is just such a straight pop song. And it's so cool to hear Prince just rip one of those out. Just, very simple, but sung so well. Released on Forever, first posthumous release, and then also on the 1999 expanded edition. 56, 17 Days, undulating dance track, incredibly funky beat. Is the B-side to When Doves Cry. We're getting B-sides all the way up in the top 56. That's pretty damn impressive. 55, we got the ruinously good hard rock track, Bambi, which is on Jason's top 10. Super un-PC. He's trying to turn a lesbian back to a straight person. I don't think that would fly today, but Prince owns it. He kicks butt here. First track I've talked about from Prince, self-titled. 54, Condition of the Heart. Prince does a great affected vocal part here. Got that trembling piano, some spacey synths. This, I think, more than Sometimes It Snows in April, really showcases that like Prince as a, I don't know, balladeer, very anti-rock star vibes. But it's great. He kills it. 53, Hot Thing. Kind of stereotypical 80s sounding, dirty pop, but Prince twists it around, makes it his own. Got some weird dissonance, some just this detachment to the whole thing. Fierce sax solo in it from Eric Leeds, which I don't know if we ever talked about, but he was an integral part of Prince's late 80s stuff. 52, Alphabet Street. Great squeals from Prince here with his voice and his guitar. And Kat, we need you to rap. And she does, and it works because it's just one big joyous party. Killer slap bass, absolutely slamming. Wish he brought Kat back for Diamonds and Pearls. Just saying, she could have rapped a little on that. Would have been an improvement. Club symbol too. Number 51, Baby, I'm a Star. So we've reached the worst song on Purple Rain and just out of the top 50. It's great. It's incredible. But I need that lead in. I need that I Would Die for You lead in. Without it, not quite as effective, but still a fantastic song. All right, let's take a little break. Get up, stretch our legs a little bit here. All right, it's good. Top 50 time. This is where it really comes together. The creme de la creme of the Prince world, everything. Starting off with The Cross, slow burner, stripped down. Almost, I don't know, is this a song that Live stole for Lightning Crashes? Kind of, maybe a little bit. Very like 90s alternative rock sounding when it explodes in the second half. Number 49, Thieves in the Temple. Different sound for Prince, a little Middle Eastern in there. Prince sounds a little nervous for maybe the first time in his entire life, a little scared, not in command, which is cool. One of the tracks from Graffiti Bridge that really grew on me. Number 48, 11 minutes of sleaze. We got Come. The great underlying riff, and the musicians do a ton of building off of it. You got some bright horns, some jazzy interludes. Such a unique mindset, unique way of writing lyrics and composing songs. It's just great. It's 11 minutes, you don't feel it. It breezes by. 47, we got Sister. Hey, Game of Thrones did it. Prince can do it. It's almost a slapdash piece of songwriting. It's got this like bedroom pop energy to it. And the lyrics, they are something you gotta hear to believe. 46, I got Adore, final track on Sign of the Times, just refreshingly old school throwback type of R&B, soul. Prince with his trademark humor, his falsetto. He is not demure, we'll say that. Number 45, raw, sleazy, Darling Nikki, Purple Rain's most explicit track. Explicit enough that got him in trouble with Tipper Gore, and its existence is partially responsible for all those parental advisory stickers that you see on albums. Probably not even in his top 10 filthy songs, but definitely rawer than the rest of the album. And those shrieks are legendary. 44, we got on Jason's top 10. Great pick by Jason, all the way in the top 10. It is a scintillating sex jam. It is super over the top. There's great female backing vocals, the call and response, the ridiculous lyrics, and those drums, man. Good Lord. Prince let Michael Bland off the leash, and he just goes ham on this track with the drums. It's awesome. And maybe the best line in the history of music, sex is not all that I think about. It's just all I think about you. That's so good. 43, I Want to Be Your Lover. Would be higher without that extended outro, but it's a wonderful song. It is a magnificent pop song that Faye voiced Prince, the falsetto, the unassuming directness, the hints of raunch that would come in here. I want to be the only one you come for. That's pretty bold for 1979. Want to be your lover, your mother, and your sister too. That's Prince who's pushing the envelope. 42, Got a Broken Heart Again. More of that lovely bedroom pop from Prince that he did so well on Dirty Mind. We will see a lot more Dirty Mind coming up. 41, Controversy. It's just got such a killer groove. It's another one where it's long. It's one of those extended jams, but it's so good. That squelchy synth, the quick jumps in the refrain, the Nile Rodgers-esque funk guitar parts, that comping, that great groove. It's mechanical, it's precise, and it works. Number 40, Erotic City. Erotic is right. First off, Sheila E. is full of it. This was her debut, by the way, but she, in interviews, said that they were saying funk in this. There's no funkin' way that they're saying funk in this song. There's no N. It's clearly F-U-C-K. And there's a lot of it. There's a lot of F-U-C-K-ing in this song. It was the B-side to Let's Go Crazy. Something to be said for just Prince's directness And Sheila E., despite her protestations, yeah, delightfully naughty backing vocals. Fuck. It is. 39, The Ladder. I don't think a lot of musicians can pull off those extended talky bits, but Prince can because Prince can do anything. Love Winnie and Lisa's backing vocals, really fills out the tune, that wailing sax, the steady beat, the inspirational lyrics. Great track from around the world in a day. Okay, 38. She's Always in My Hair, another B-side. This one to Raspberry Beret. This one's got a little more force, a little more funk to it than the perfect pop of Raspberry Beret. Prince vocals a little gruffer here, very macho, strong R&B style, but it's hooky as hell. 37, Glam Slam. It's a goofy song, but I love that guitar tone, that super saturated sound. There's some great little leads and licks in there between the dancey pop. 36, Gold. This is the seventh song on my list from Gold Experience. What a friggin' find that was. Tries to one-up Purple Rain with another color epic ending song. It's just monster arena pop, a lot like Purple Rain was, just adorned in the finest trappings of pop music. Number 35, one that really jumped up my charts here, Electric Chair from the Batman soundtrack, the final cut from that album. Love that big, thick synth guitar combo, the heavy metal tone of the guitar. It's danceable, but it's also dark and foreboding. It's got a great set of lyrics. I saw your friend first. That's who I danced with all the time I was watching you. He's not phoning this in. Oh, if a man is considered guilty for what goes on in his mind, then give me the electric chair for all my future crimes. Oh, that is so good. 34, The Morning Papers, my favorite song from Love Symbol. Wonderful, powerful Prince vocal. Really like the way the guitar and bass is synced up, make it real big sounding. A lot of great leads on this track as well. Went to number 44 on the Billboard charts, which, proves that people still had some sense back in early 90s. Really blows away pretty much everything else on the charts in 1993. Number 33, Kiss. Unbelievably iconic, unbelievably unique. Act your age, not your shoe size is such a cute little put down. And I've heard it so many times that, if it's in your top 10, I will not judge. It's just a perfect song. Number 32, another one, perhaps overplayed, 1999, but it is iconic. Party with a Message, because the song's all about nuclear proliferation and the dangers of. It's the literary and the danceable. And yeah, I'm tired of this song a little bit, but you cannot deny its greatness. 31, I think about this song all the time. It is It. I love the strain that Prince puts on himself on those vocals, almost to the point of hoarseness. It's rough and pleading. The stock synth sounds are so at odds with like what Prince you'd think was all about, but the way he just, dials it, he doesn't change the settings, just whatever that, I don't know, Prophet synth comes with, whatever he's using here. He's just pushing a button. You get those kind of cheesy synth sounds, but it works with those big crashing drum machines. And the Prince choir at the end is awesome. My ninth track from Sign of the Times, not the last one either. Number 30, Do It All Night. Just a bubbly little pop number. Kind of, not overdone, not overproduced. Got a marvelous slap bass line in there. Does a lot of the heavy lifting to ground those starry synths and Prince's stratospheric vocals. 29, going back to Prince, the album. Why You Want to Treat Me So Bad. Love that pre-chorus where Prince really starts ramping up the heartbreak. The synths start percolating. It's just an earworm of the highest degree. Hooks on hooks on hooks on hooks on hooks on hooks. 28, Take Me With You. Love the ferocity of the drums in the intro coming out of Let's Go Crazy. Then it melts into a lovely duet between Prince and Apollonia. It's cute, it's charming. There's not a hint of smarm or naughtiness here. It's just very starry-eyed and lovely. Number 27, the opposite of that. Let's Pretend We're Married. Raunchy as hell synth pop number. Great driving beats, sexually charged atmosphere. A little dark, a little unsettling at times, maybe even with its directness. I'm obsessed with the part where he says, "Come on, baby, let's bop," and then it goes this weird synth, all just so cool. 26. We got another one. My last from Emancipation, seventh on this list. Savior, ultra smooth slow jam. One of his best from the 90s for sure. The luscious falsetto, perky horns, some great organ in there. That full-throated gospel chorus is wonderful. Cool double track guitar solo. Kind of sounds like Queen, Prince, Queen. And then you get a key change after the solo. It just comes back in and it just gets incredible. All right. Whew. Need another break here. Water break. Top 25 time. Number 25. Strange Relationship. R&B. It's a stomper, but it's got that Camille voice. So it's perky and angry at the same time. There's this high and low vocals that are intertwined throughout. Make it just really weird, very progressive sounding cut from Sign of the Times. Number 24, Uptown. Got those squiggly synths, that funky groove, hard rock hints of guitar in the margins. It's a dance song with a message, but it's incessantly catchy, like most of his songs. Great choruses, great bridges. Number 23, we got another B-side, another Lonely Christmas, combined with the A-side of I Would Die for You. Oof, that's one hell of a single, one of the strongest in Prince's discography, if not all discographies. Great nostalgic storytelling by Prince and a super memorable melody. He only played it live once in his whole career, I believe, on Christmas Eve. 22, You Got the Look. Another song that, it belongs in the 80s and it sounds like an 80s track, an 80s pop single, but it's got so much more going on for it. It disguises it in a sparse pop duet with Sheena Easton, but it's weird and subversive and just uniquely Prince. Number 21, It's Gonna Be Lonely, another one Jason had in the top 10, the epic closer to his self-titled album. The control on his falsetto is great, the way it stops and starts. Just awesome. The way he goes from soft and romantic to pleading and explosive, just exquisite. Number 20, one of the hidden gems, another one from Crystal Ball. So it was on my 1998 top songs list. Probably should have been higher. Probably should be number one, to be honest. But this is an absolute spot-on Motown aping gem. Prince doing a naughty take on Smokey Robinson. Got that same classic sounding falsetto. Got some great sitar, some Funk Brothers style bass playing. And you just got to hear it. It was written in 86 and supposedly was replaced by Adore on Sign of the Times. And Adore is a great song. It's on my list here, but it is not as good as this. I will say, though, that the Crystal Ball version is slightly better than the Sign of the Times Deluxe Edition, just slightly better. So he improved a little bit for Crystal Ball. And yeah, it's just one of the great songs of all time. 19, Diamonds and Pearls. My last cut from Diamonds and Pearls, fifth to make my list here. Went all the way to number two. And I don't know, is there a better chorus in his entire discography? Yeah, there's a couple better ones, but this is one of the best choruses, ever. Prince is one of the greatest pop songwriters in history. Just magnificent. The way it ends, you get the chorus after chorus of the Diamonds and Pearls. Can you have too much of that chorus? Number 18, The Beautiful Ones. Starts off low key with his balletic synths, but that's a trap because by the end it has morphed into, I don't know, one of, if not the greatest Prince vocal performance. The agony, the ecstasy as he pleads for his paramour to make her choice. So what's it gonna be, baby? Do you want him or do you want me? It's electrifying, it's mind-blowing. The way the tension keeps building and building and building is sublime. Not the band, the word. Number 17, we got another B-side. A B-side at 17. Are you friggin' kidding me, Prince? I got Shockadelica. And this one has a funny story. He stole the name of the song from the Times guitar player, Jesse Johnson, who named his album Shockadelica. But Prince released the single before the album, so it made it seem like Johnson stole it from him. That is that is just mean. That is cruel. Kind of hilarious though. And this is a killer Camille song. It's sparse, funky, pointed, some razor edge guitar work. The way he says "shakadalaka," that guttural voice is so weird and awesome. It just it's so cool. It's one of probably the 3 or 4 most played songs for me in this Prince month, 2 month, 3 month, however long we've been doing this. Number 16, Sign of the Times, title cut. Some of Prince's most direct lyrics. Kind of takes a break from sex here to tackle culture and current events. It's sparse funk and the better for it, but you got to pay extra attention to the intricate jazzy guitar work in the pre-chorus and the chorus parts. It is so understated, but so brilliant. Just, more reasons why Prince is the greatest. Number 15, only the fourth song I've had on here from Parade. All those little vignettes on the first half, they're all good, but they just couldn't find a way into my top 150. But this one did. Another Love, a Hole in Your Head. Love that whining guitar intro, that funktastic slap bass, the venomous lyrics. Maybe the most underrated single in his whole discography because it only went to number 63. That is ludicrous. It is a phenomenal song. Maybe just not what people were looking for after Kiss, I suppose. It was the third single after Kiss and Mountains. But number 14, we got my number one song from Controversy, sixth song on my list from that album, Private Joy. Love the drum intro. It's great. The booming drum sounds throughout, the choppy new wave delivery, magnificent synth hook on the chorus. It's just a mind F is what I describe it as. Pop song. It's phenomenal. It is my private joy listening to it because apparently no one else loves it as much as me. Number 13, When You Were Mine. A lot of people have this on their top 10 list, and it was on mine for a while. It got bumped out at the last second. But this is just Prince kind of ascending to a higher level, inventing bedroom pop, basically. And he writes a subversive, gender-bending, heart-rending anthem. Really cool, really unique. Cyndi Lauper would cover it later, but nothing beats the original. Feels like I haven't talked about Purple Rain enough, but that's because most of the songs are my top 10. But I got Computer Blue. Prefer the long version. Really interesting, more experimental electronic tune than anything else on the album. Love the guitar playing, love the synths and the way it falls into that groove after the first couple of minutes. That intro, the Wendy, yes, Lisa. Is the water warm enough? Yes, Lisa. Shall we begin? Yes, Lisa. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. But the hallway speech version on the deluxe edition of Purple Rain, 12 minutes and 18 seconds long. It's like a damn prog song. And number 11, Pop Life. Wanted to get this in the top 10 because it is just an amazing pop song, a swirling treatise on America and popularity and music, and more serious. Prince had done some serious stuff before, but this really kind of hits home, takes him out of the lover boy, the sex grooves, into something more. And the vocals between Prince and Wendy and Lisa are just excellent. That one is From Around the World in a Day, the sixth song from that album. All right, top 10. You already know the top 10, but I'll do a little rundown here for you about the songs and the albums represented. I got Purple Rain, 9 out of 9. Every song on the album is on my top 150. Parade, only 5 of 11 cuts. Around the World in a Day, 7 out of 9. 1999, I got 7 from that album. I got 12 from Sign of the Times. I got 7 from Dirty Mind. That's 7 out of 8 out of that one. I got 8 from Gold Experience, one of the great finds, recent discoveries in my life. We got at least 6 B-sides, possibly more, depending on how you want to count them. 5 from Diamonds and Pearls, 4 from Crystal Ball, 4 from Prince, 7 from Emancipation. Got 2 from Love Symbol, 3 from Batman, 4 from Love Sexy, 4 from Come, 6 from Graffiti Bridge. We got a bunch of tracks from expanded editions. We got 2 from Musicology. We got 4 singles. We got 2 from For You. Only 1 from One Night Alone. 2 from Hit and Run Part 2. Only one from Chaos and Disorder. 2 from The Chocolate Invasion. 1 from Minneapolis MPL Sound. 2 from Planet Earth. A couple from Crystal Ball. A couple from 3121. 1 from Lotus Flower. 1 from News. And maybe a couple others from other albums. They don't matter as much, though. All right, let's jump into the top 10 real quick. Like, I Hate You, highest new discovery. Just love the way Prince builds the drama, the courtroom imposition, the music. It just, it comes together. It's got so many cool lines. It's got so much great music, great organ, great guitar, monster bass. The vocals from Prince, the talking, the singing, it all rules. Then you got this volcanic eruption of the guitar at the end. Prince's last top 20 hit in the US went all the way to number 12. Carmen Electra said it was about her. Number 9, Raspberry Beret. Just a perfect pop song. No notes. Never went to number 1, though. Damn shame. Only number 2. Number 8, Mountains. Just one of those effortlessly catchy songs. I don't even know why I love it so much. I listen to it again and again and again. It's just, Prince at his greatest. Just Prince at his most natural, writing beautiful pop songs, singing them perfectly, the shift and the falsetto to the lower register. Got everything. Number 7, I got Dirty Mind, such a great take on disco. All of Prince's influences and idiosyncrasies come out here. The way it's recorded so minimally, almost feels like a demo, almost feels like the creation of bedroom pop here. And I love the bridge, the way it ramps up the intensity. Number 6, Purple Rain, kept out of the top spot by freaking Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. The lore, I've talked about the lore around this. It's supposed to be Stevie Nicks, supposed to be country. She couldn't do it. She wouldn't write the lyrics. Too much pressure. They started jamming on it. Wendy started playing some rock chords, and that was it. They worked on it through the night, and we get Purple Rain recorded live. Thought it sounded too much like Faithfully by Journey, so called up Jonathan Cain and asked if he was cool with it. Cain wisely said yes, he was cool with it. And the rest is history. The rest is Purple Rain. Number 5, I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. Bubbliest, most guitar-focused pop song on Sign of the Times. Originally written and recorded in 79, but then reworked for Sign of the Times. And it's just great. Even the jam session, the way he brings it back in subtly, is just perfect. Note to the Rolling Stones, that's what you should have done on Can't You Hear Me Knocking. Number 4, When Doves Cry, the greatest bassless track in pop music history. Prince was mixing the song. Didn't want the bass, didn't think it vibed, got rid of it. And yeah, you get When Doves Cry. Very cold, strangely erotic, that great imagery, the animals strike curious poses. Feel the heat between me and you. It might be the best song on Purple Rain. It might be the best song of all time. I wouldn't say nothing if it was your number 1. But number 3, Let's Go Crazy, one of the great opening tracks in the history of music, the dearly beloved. We are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. I don't even know if that totally makes sense. You could quibble with it, but the way he sings it with the conviction of a preacher on the pulpit, song rocks. Prince goes guitar hero with it. Kind of just shows he can do everything. There's no genre, there's no style that Prince does not excel at. Speaking of number 2, I Would Die For You, the greatest synth pop song of all time, probably. The vocals are incredible. The use of falsetto next to those tonsil scraping cries. It's ridiculously romantic, pure pop perfection. The stuttering, ceaseless synth part, the drums, so much urgency to it. It feels, like it's the most important song in the world. robotic and mechanical, but Prince is so human, and it's the perfect juxtaposition. But I gotta go with Little Red Corvette, as you know, from 1999, song that broke Prince into the mainstream, his first top 10 hit, the most erotically charged, perfectly written, best sung pop song ever. The way it unfolds slowly throughout the verses, that languid synth line, the drums, then explodes into the chorus. And what a chorus it is with those pleading backing vocals from Des Dickerson, who does great work vocally and on the guitar. Some really great melodic solos in there, some really great leads. And the bridge, oh, the bridge, the greatest bridge perhaps ever. The girl, you got an ass like I never seen on the ride. The ride is so smooth. You must be a limousine. I almost sung it. I almost sung the whole thing. Chickened out, but you know how it goes. You'll listen to it after this list is over. You'll know what I'm talking about. It is the greatest pop song in the history of human civilization. It is my number one, and that's it. That's the top 150. I don't think anyone's still watching this. Probably turned it off about 40 songs ago, but that's all right. I will also leave the list maybe in the description, maybe on the website. You can check it out there. If you have the means, leave your top 150 Prince songs. I bet somebody will do it. Not everybody, but somebody will leave a top 150 Prince songs in the comments. I'd love to see them. I'd love to see what is expanded beyond your top tens. And yeah, what gets your goat, so to speak, with Prince? How's he do it to you? I want to see. If you like this video, check out our Prince album ranking with me and Jason. You can check out the Prince top 10 songs list again if you want to see Jason's picks. They're pretty good, even though Jason is not the biggest Prince fan. Check out our side three Super Bowl performances tier list. Obviously, Prince is S, it's number one. And yeah, check back. I don't know, there might be some more Prince content, maybe. We'll see. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your list in the comments, check out the description, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever, all that stuff. Join our Patreon. You can ask me about my 151st favorite Prince song if you join the Patreon and join us in the Discord. So I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye. Little red Corvette, baby, got to slow down. Little red Corvette, I need a love that's gonna let the lamb burn, 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 burn,